So if you're planning a trip to Thailand, it's easy to get caught up in the fun stuff. Figuring out where to stay in Phuket, where to eat in Chiang Mai, how many islands you can squeeze into 2 weeks. But once you're on the ground, things don't always go according to plan. Flights get delayed, bags go missing, or you find yourself needing a clinic, and that is when travel insurance goes from nice to have to absolutely essential. See, Thailand's one of those destinations where the right insurance makes a big difference. You're far from home, healthcare works a little differently, and plans tend to shift more often than you'd expect. So in this video, I'll walk you through what travel insurance should look like for a trip to Thailand, which features are actually helpful while you're traveling, and how Faye compares to more traditional options like Alliance or TravelX.
A quick heads up, I have put affiliate links in the description for everything we're covering. If you use them, I do earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel.
Now, most travel insurance is built around what happens after something goes wrong. You cancel a trip or head home early, and that's when the claims process kicks in. But that doesn't do much for you if your bag doesn't show up at the airport, your flight's delayed while you're already at the gate. In those situations, you need help that works right there in the moment, and that's exactly what sets Faye apart. It's a fully digital provider that handles everything through a single app. You just enter your trip details, where you're going, how long you'll be there, and how much your trip cost. Then that's it. In about a minute, Faye gives you a personalized quote. You can add extras like pet care or adventure sports if you want, then confirm and you're set. But the real value shows up once you're actually traveling. If your flight's delayed or your gate changes, you'll get a heads up instantly, even if you're in airplane mode. If your bag doesn't arrive, the app helps you track it and lets you start a claim right then and there. You just upload a receipt or two, and the claim is usually processed within 2 days. Then once it's approved, your funds go straight into the Faye wallet. That's a digital payment card built into the app. It works with Apple Pay and Google Pay, so if you need a new shirt, a hotel, or even a toothbrush, you're not waiting around for reimbursement. You can spend that money immediately. For my own trip, I ran the numbers on a 2-week Thailand getaway from New York, about $2,500 total, and since I'm 29, Faye gave me a quote of just over $140. That's right around 6%, which is pretty typical across the board. But for something that actually helps you while you're traveling, it feels like a much better deal. And what's nice is the app isn't just for claims. It'll also give you some local emergency numbers, your visa info, any weather updates, currency conversions, even reminders like what kind of plug to pack. It's more of a travel assistant that just happens to include really solid insurance. That makes a big difference in a place like Thailand, where just getting around can take a bit of flexibility. Say your ferry is canceled because of weather. Instead of trying to patch things together in a foreign country all on your own, Faye helps you book a place to stay and covers the cost right away. Or if you get sick from street food, happens to the best of us, you can access a doctor through the app and get reimbursed for the visit within a day or 2.
If you want to check out what we're covering today, we have affiliate links in the description. Using those earns us a commission at no extra cost to you, which really helps support the channel.
Now, before I dive into other travel insurance options, let me share a quick travel hack I've been using lately to save money on bookings. It's called Private Honors, and it gives you up to 12% cash back on every trip. Now, here's the idea. Private Honors taps into wholesale travel rates, basically the prices that travel agents see, which can run up to 20% cheaper than public booking sites. If you ever used Expedia, this will feel familiar because Private Honors actually runs through Expedia's travel agent affiliate program. That's how it passes along the discounts and cash back that you won't normally see. I've used it for flights, hotels, even car rentals, and more than once, it has beat the pants out of the prices I found on my own with sites like Skyscanner. Once you sign up, even if it's just the free trial, you can hit book my trip now and it'll take you right into Expedia tab's booking portal. From there, it looks like any other search page, except Private Honors flags the discounted rates. Like, for example, I've got my mind set on going back to Thailand this fall. I just plugged in my date range and traveler info and the results popped up as usual. But one of the hotels, the Quarter Ratchayutin, showed a 75% discount for those dates. You click through and just like anywhere else, you'll see photos and reviews. You're just booking at that lower wholesale rate. So if you want to see how Private Honors could cut down your travel costs, check out our in-depth review video and use the affiliate links down in the description to get started. Now, Alliance or TravelX both bring some good options to the table, especially if you're looking for strong medical coverage or cancellation protection. Alliance has been around for a long time and has a solid reputation. Their one-trip Prime plan, for example, includes up to $500,000 for medical evacuation, which matches Faye. And if you're traveling with family, they'll cover kids under 17 at no extra cost. That is a nice perk. But the downside is how it all works. Say you're in Chiang Mai and need a doctor. With Alliance, you're calling a hotline, coordinating with a local partner, and probably paying out of pocket unless it's a major emergency. Then you wait. Reimbursements come later, either by bank transfer or even a mailed check. It all all works, but when you're already dealing with a delay or medical issue, waiting on money just makes things harder. Now, TravelX has a slightly different angle. This one is all about customization. You start with a base plan, then add the features you want. Rental property protection, cancel for any reason, even coverage for some crazy adventure sports. So if you're diving in Koh Tao or renting a motorbike in Krabi, you can build a plan around that. That flexibility is great if you know exactly what you want, but the experience itself is more old school. You file claims through a portal, call for support, and there's nothing really to guide you through what's happening in real time. So if your flight is delayed or your hotel overbooks you, you might not even hear about it. And you're still handling it all yourself first, and then filing a claim later. It works, but it doesn't make it any easier in the moment. And that's the real difference. Alliance and TravelX are focused on protecting you after the fact. Faye is built to support you while it's happening. So if you stack them all side by side, the choice really depends on what matters most to you. If you want that name recognition and don't mind a more hands-on process, Alliance has a long track record and solid infrastructure. If flexibility and customization are your priorities, TravelX gives you more control. But if you want something that's easy to use, responsive in the moment, and actually helpful while the trip's still happening, Faye just makes it work better. Because what really makes Faye stand out isn't just the numbers, it's the experience. You're not left filing out paperwork or wondering how long a claim will take. You've got alerts, support, and payout happening while the trip is still going on. And when you're halfway around the world, that kind of real-time support makes a big difference. Whether you're exploring Bangkok or catching a ferry down south, having something that's actively working in the background just gives you one less thing to worry about.
And don't forget, you can find the affiliate links for what we covered right below this video. If you use them, we earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which really does help support the channel.
Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated. And if you got any questions, whether it's about Faye or travel insurance in general, drop those in the comments below. I always try to get back to as many as I can. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.